My name's Steve Kouns, and I am Vice President of Federal Card Solutions for JPMorgan, and I work with the U.S. debit card program. JPMorgan plays a pretty vital role, I think, in the prepaid space in both the state, but especially the federal marketplaces. We're unique in that we work in partnership with the U.S. Treasury Department Financial Management Service as a financial service agent, specifically for the U.S. debit card. And I think that puts us in a pretty unique and advantageous position. Well, we believe that the prepaid sector is going to grow by leaps and bounds over the next few years. We think that the industry in general has just really scratched the surface today with the implementation of prepaid cards in the commercial space. I think that prepaid cards have, for some time now, been gaining a great deal of momentum on the retail side. But in the commercial side, I think we're just beginning to see the type of traction that we've expected for some time. Well, I think that there are many instances where government employees right now need funds to carry out the duties of their position. And we've experienced, especially in areas like law enforcement, where sometimes the degree of cash that's required can be absolutely extraordinary. And the effort to try to get the cash into the hands of the government employee to carry out their duties can be onerous, time-consuming, and expensive. And we found that in many of these instances, a debit card can be utilized for cash access in a very efficient and secure manner. Checks right now, I'll talk specifically about checks, are expensive. They're expensive to produce, they're expensive to distribute, and they're rife with fraud. Right now, if you look at areas where fraud is prevalent, between things like ACH and check usage, and even cash and counterfeit monies, we've statistically validated that the greatest percentage of fraud occurs in the area of checks. They can be easily reproduced and in turn cashed. That becomes expensive. Oftentimes checks too in the distribution process can be lost in the mail or not recovered by the end user, and payment has to be held, and then checks have to be reissued, which is a costly process. And of course then you have mailing. Actually the cost of mailing checks adds up as well. So there's a great deal of cost associated in check distribution, much of which can be avoided with the use of a debit or prepaid card.